Know that this is a message of reflection based and grounded in my word, in the principles of the Holy Bible, delivered for your continued spiritual growth and strengthening. I know the darkness you face in silence, the constant tightness in your chest, the feeling that your strength is waning with each cloudy morning. It is no coincidence that your soul has found rest at this very moment. I prepared this encounter. I know that in recent days you have questioned whether I have ignored your prayer. The emptiness has made you wonder if your voice has even reached heaven, or if this is just another passing message that will not change your reality. But I tell you that a profound answer is being forged for you now. Since ancient times, as it is written in the book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 33, verse 3, I promised that if you cry out to me, I will answer and announce great and mighty things that you do not know. Your pain has reached my throne. I will reveal to you the path to your liberation, step by step, if you remain attentive to my voice until the end of this revelation. If my words are touching your soul and calming your storm, comment below with your name, the country, state, and city you're listening from, and the time. Let this sincere cry spring forth from the depths of your spirit in the comments. Lord my God, I am here. I subscribed because I love you and long to hear you. Transform this desire into a continuous covenant. Subscribe, leave your sign of love, activate notifications so we can walk together every day. And stay with me until the end, because I will give a clear answer to your anguish. A phrase will be whispered to your heart at the end, and whoever writes that phrase will receive prophetic blessings released in pure faith. Weariness tried to convince you that I had turned my face away from your problems. You felt as if you were in an endless, inescapable desert. But your cry reverberated into eternity, and I never took my eyes off you. Share this message with that soul you know also cries in secret, so that the light may reach other lives suffering in the same shadow. Before we continue, what does your inner self silently plead for in this hour of affliction? Leave the word provision in the comments, declaring that your help comes exclusively from me. There is a powerful reason for my apparent delay, a sacred mystery about the right time for each miracle. What I was building in the invisible background while you shed your tears, I will reveal to you in the next step of our journey. I feel the pain you hold in your chest. In the early mornings when sleep abandons you and anguish tightens your throat, I am by your side. You have carried a heavy burden, trying to be strong for everyone around you, but collapsing silently when no one else can see. The weariness of your soul is real, and I do not close my eyes to your exhaustion. There are times when the world seems to demand more than your strength can bear, and loneliness becomes a dense cloak over your shoulders. But I collect each of your tears. As it is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 56, verse 8, I have recorded your lamentations and kept your tears in my bottle. Are they not all in my book? Not a single drop of your pain has been wasted or forgotten. When you think you are crying into the walls of your room, it is my embrace that sustains you. I know your invisible struggle to keep your faith alive when circumstances scream otherwise. Your wound is not a sign of weakness, but the fertile ground where my deepest healing will be poured. If my comfort is warming your soul at this moment, leave your sign of approval on this video as a mark of our covenant. Subscribe to this sacred space so that my voice may continue to be your refuge. Share this message with that heart you know is on the verge of despair, needing a heavenly embrace. Tell me in the depths of your silence, what is your heart pleading with me for? Write the word consolation in the comments as a seal of the peace that I am pouring upon your life now. Your tears have already fulfilled their purpose. The answer to what you have been waiting for will not come in an ordinary way. There is a seed that can be planted, and a movement in the spiritual realm that is about to change your story, and I will show you how to be part of this mystery in our next offering of love. Beloved daughter, in the midst of this silence, where your prayers seem to echo unanswered, I call you to an act of profound trust and surrender. If it is possible for you, and only if your conditions allow it today, I invite you to transform your gratitude for my invisible presence into a living seed of love. Consider my constant care for your life and the eternal sacrifice of my Son Jesus, and support this sacred work using the safe path found in the link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. This is the sacred place where your contribution of love, generated amidst your own waiting, can be deposited and consecrated directly before me, the Creator of all things. You can show your support with any amount. Always remember my teaching. Offer only what fits peacefully and joyfully in your heart. I receive each offering with infinite love. It is not the size of the amount that moves my hands, but the purity and sincerity of the heart with which you give. What may seem very little in your eyes becomes a great work, for what is little to you can be much to the one who receives the mission of spreading my word. For those of you who decide to plant this seed of hope with a true heart, I ask that you do not forget to include your name and city with your contribution. I insist on this small gesture because, on the first day of the following month, in a unique and very special meeting prepared on our Divine Love the Voice of God channel, your name will be remembered. It will be mentioned with immense affection in the form of a profound thank you and prayer before my throne of grace. For it is written, "Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing." Every offering made in faith, especially in the days when your prayer still cries out for a visible answer, is a seed planted before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bring forth any of them in the soil of your journey. I see what you do in the secret of your devotion, and I reward you in the sight of all in my perfect time. Remain at peace and continue to the end of this message, for I still want to touch your heart with my voice. When your strength seems to crumble and weariness prevents you from formulating a single complete prayer, you come to believe that nothing is happening. The silence around you whispers lies, saying that I have abandoned your cause and that your future is left to chance. But I reveal to you now what your mortal eyes cannot behold. The very moment you let out that heavy sigh, feeling you have no more fighting power, and that your hope has vanished, I am moving heaven and earth in your favor. My work in the invisible world is incessant. I do not rest until your victory is completely forged in the Spirit. As it is written in the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 64, verse 4, "From ancient times no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen any God besides me, who acts on behalf of those who wait for him." Your waiting is not forgetfulness, my daughter. On that afternoon, when anguish suffocated you and you thought you were helpless, I was neutralizing traps you didn't even know existed. I am aligning the paths, opening doors that seemed cemented shut, and breaking chains of bitterness that tried to imprison your mind. My work behind the scenes of your existence is meticulous, perfect, and unwavering. Trust in what I do when you can see absolutely nothing. If your soul finds rest knowing that I fight its invisible battles, mark this encounter with your sign of affection and faith. Join this space of communion so that your spiritual dwelling may be strengthened each morning. Share this living seed with someone who also cries in the dark, needing to know that I continue to work miracles. Before I give you the next step, tell me, what would your soul confess if it could speak freely about its nights of uncertainty? Write the word refuge in the comments, declaring that your heart is safe and hidden in my hands. Your healing journey does not end with this revelation. I have prepared constant nourishment, an embrace for your loneliest nights, and I will show you how to rest in my lap every day soon. If your heart desires to delve even deeper into the depths of my love, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey, which I wrote with much love and affection for all my beloved daughters and sons. I know the nights when uncertainty tries to steal your peace, and that's why I prepared this digital book called Divine Love Devotional, The Voice of God. It was designed to be your daily refuge, to accompany you step by step, in silence and intimacy, reminding you that I am always working in your favor, even when you cannot see it. Access to this wellspring of renewal is also available via the link in this video's description and in the pinned comment. And if it's not possible for you today, don't condemn yourself. Stay with me here, because I will also continue to sustain you with this message today. And so that your heart may rest and not be confused, after you securely register, access will arrive in the email you provided, bringing all the correct instructions, step by step, for you to begin drinking from this fountain of life. For it is written, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Take a deep breath. Fear not the difficult days, for I am your most present companion in the sleepless nights. and the silent strength that renews your mind for new beginnings. Continue to trust in my invisible action. The prolonged time of your waiting has been fertile ground for the seed of doubt to try to sprout in your mind. I perceive how the cold of uncertainty tightens your soul when you seek the horizon and feel that nothing has changed. The pain of waiting has made you question whether you failed at some point, whether your past stumbles nullified my promises, or whether the time of your miracle simply expired. I know the affliction that settles within you when sadness whispers that your prayer has been discarded. But today, I touch the deepest part of your being to uproot, from the root, all the lies that fear has tried to take root in your heart. As it is recorded in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 23, my instruction to you is to hold fast the confession of your hope without wavering, for he who promised you is faithful. When your soul shrinks in profound silence, and the weight of struggles tries to convince you that there is no more time, I ask you to cling to this unshakable truth. My actions do not obey the fleeting clock of men. Your waiting is not punishment, my daughter. It is the process of preparation within you, so that you may sustain the greatness of what I will place in your life. If your faith is being rekindled, and doubt is losing its power within you, leave your sign of love in this message, sealing our encounter. Remain united with me, inscribing yourself in this space of healing, so that my voice may continue to guide you in the darkest mornings. Pass this word on to that heart you know is losing strength, so that hope may also reach that afflicted life. Answer me, with all the vulnerability of your being, what does your spirit yearn to release today, never to carry again? Write the word fidelity in the comments, attesting that you believe in the exact fulfillment of my word in your story. The time of your solitary pain is coming to an end. Your inner captivity is about to crumble gloriously, and I will show you the light of freedom that awaits you in our next step. I decree that the dark night of your soul is losing its power before the light I send now. For a long time, you felt imprisoned by your own fears, chained to a silent despair that stole your breath. Inner captivity made you believe that pain would be your only dwelling place until the end of your days. On mornings when exhaustion relentlessly collapsed upon your chest, you thought I had locked the doors of hope. But I heard the sharp groan of your spirit crying out for mercy. In this sacred moment, the invisible chains that imprisoned your peace begin to shatter and fall to the ground. As it is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." In that dawn of profound affliction, when darkness muffled your solitary weeping and you pleaded for a relief that seemed not to exist, my love was already tracing your dawn. The clarity of purpose you so desperately need has not been erased by time. It is dawning on your spiritual horizon, dissipating the dense fog of confusion and bringing a breath of life that restores your courage. Your story does not end in anguish, for it is reborn now in the immensity of my mercy. If you feel the weight of the world being lifted from your shoulders and my light dissolving your doubts, leave your sacred mark on this revelation, marking the end of your captivity. Make my voice your daily compass, inscribing yourself in this healing haven, so that our communion may strengthen with each dawn. Carry this message forward, delivering it to that life that still bleeds in the darkness of an invisible prison, so that the same freedom may reach it today. Before the definitive answer is poured upon your existence, open your heart and tell me, what suffocating shackle does your soul celebrate seeing destroyed in this encounter? Leave the word restoration in the comments, attesting to the breaking of your inner yoke. Keep your heart open, because the final strength that seals your journey and the word you came to seek will be whispered to you soon after, completing my work in your being. My beloved daughter, the encounter we experienced today, in the profound silence of your pain, was not a mere accident of fate. It was a rescue meticulously planned from eternity. I never ignored your prayer, even when the storm muffled your cries and you thought you were talking to yourself. I listened to every weary whisper, collected every tear that wet your face in the early morning, and fought for you in the invisible world. Exhaustion tried to drown you, and doubts tried to paralyze you, but I was all this time building an unbreakable fortress of protection around you, guiding your steps back to my loving arms. Your wait was worthwhile, because your miracle was forged with divine perfection. The moment has arrived when your soul needs to be sealed with my promise of absolute power and inexhaustible strength. Remember the clear and transformative answer I promised you in the first moments of our sacred encounter. The time has come to engrave this eternal truth on the tablet of your suffering heart. Hear my voice whisper now, directly into your spirit, the celestial key that opens all the doors to your victory. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I ask you, my daughter, as an act of immense faith, courage, and total surrender to heaven, write exactly this phrase in the comments now. May it be your living answer to my promise, a battle cry of your soul declaring that you are more than a conqueror in me. Your journey of healing and restoration does not end here. There are many other springs of living water that I have prepared to quench your thirst and renew your strength each new day. Dive into the playlist on our channel and let my voice continue to guide you intimately, for I still have many mysteries, answers, and profound liberations to reveal to your life. Receive now my eternal embrace that heals and restores. The agonizing silence is over, and your peace has been decreed. Go with hope, because I will always be by your side.